Western Michigan's Marshawn Kneeland is one of the biggest risers ahead of this week's NFL draft, and he could become just as feared in the pros as MAXX CROSBY.
Pounds.
How's it going today? My name is Jesse McNamer, and welcome to Point of View. Before we get into it today, I just want to say we always appreciate your feedback and look forward to reading your comments like the one we've got here. Also, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this episode to see if you can guess today's trivia question down below. To today's topic, why is everyone jumping on board with Kneeland so late in the process? I'll admit, I'm a part of this group, but sometimes you got to call yourself out too. It probably has a lot to do with my tunnel vision on the Power 5 conferences, and a player in Western Michigan can slip through the cracks no matter how electric they are. But I'm here to catch you up on what we've been missing out on. And trust me, if your team drafts him, you're in for a nice surprise. He can use finesse in the pass game, strength in the run game, and create a nightmare day for an offensive tackle. And he's got the track record to prove it. He started on the defensive line for 4 years with the Broncos and totaled 12.5 sacks and 28 tackles for a loss. In his final season, he added 4.5 sacks and 7.5 tackles for a loss. But he was all over the field with 57 total tackles. That's 20 more tackles than any other season he had at Western Michigan, and it was possible because he flocked to the ball better than most players in college football. Take this play, for example. Kneeland isn't even really a part of the play until he forces himself into it. The carrier starts to get away but is chased down by Kneeland to prevent what could have been points on the board. That's the type of pursuit you mostly only see from NFL defenders. But of course, the NFL Combine is an important time to prove you're one of those defenders and not just elite at the collegiate level. At the Combine, Kneeland had the 167th best RAS score among 1,798 DNs to participate since 1987. And this is where the MAXX CROSBY comparisons begin. Kneeland's 4.75 40-yard dash is less than a tenth of a second slower than Crosby, his 35.5-inch vertical is a half-inch less, and his 9'11" broad jump is 3 inches short. The Combine results, along with the fact that they both played at Michigan schools that weren't the two in the Big Ten, is enough to warrant comparison, but their play styles are neck and neck, and Crosby could be that blueprint of what Kneeland will become. While they both have speed moves that can get around the O-line and power moves to plow right through, they just have a knack for pursuing the ball and knocking it loose. In this game from 2018, when Crosby was at Eastern Michigan, he barely notices the chip from the tight end and punches the ball out of the carrier's arms. You see a lot of players try this move, but rarely are they as successful as this. Now we look at this play from Kneeland last season, and he gives the O-lineman no chance to engage his block. He's quickly on the QB and makes sure to get to his throwing arm before it starts to go forward. Getting to a QB this quickly is rare. And to be clear, while he's one of the premier edge rushers in the class, he isn't considered an Aiden Hutchinson or Chase Young level prospect. But that's just one more thing Kneeland and Crosby have in common. Crosby was given a 5.9 prospect grade on NFL.com and was selected in the 4th round in 2019. Well after Nick Bosa and Rashawn Gary and a few other guys you've likely never even heard of. Kneeland's grade on NFL.com is 6.16 and is expected to go somewhere in that 2nd to 4th round range. But judging by the fact that he had a reported 16 team visits in his pre-draft process, he won't fly as under the radar as Crosby did 5 years ago. In any case, he's going to make a big impact for whoever takes him on Thursday. One of the teams that could take him and hosted a visit with Kneeland is the Buffalo Bills, who could really use defenders to replace Leonard Floyd and other departures. For more on what they need to do to get back on track, check out our recent Point of View. And the moment you've been waiting for, here's the answer to today's trivia question. We appreciate you tuning in to this episode of Point of View, and we will see you in the next one.